I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Bradley Rhodes is suing Cedric Lockheed in the amount of $2,400.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may all be seated.
Mr. Rhodes claims he was unfairly evicted from his uncle's rental unit for not following the rules and says Mr. Lockheed withheld 3 months' rent.
State your name.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Bradley Rhodes. I'm here.
Sir, your name?
Cedric Lockheed.
Sir.
All right. And sir, you're suing the defendant for $2,400 for reimbursement of funds?
That is correct.
Tell me how you all know each other and what was your friendship like? Go ahead.
Well,
How long have you known each other?
for a while, he married my auntie a while ago, about 20 years. And before all this, I never really lived with him. Just meet him at the cookouts, parties, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Some visits.
In the family circle.
Yes, exactly.
Sir, let me hear from you. Tell me any background you want me to know.
What brought up the situation with us is his aunt, my wife of 20 years, Juanita. He needed somewhere to stay. He had been in some problems. And he moved out here to Hatchett, California with us. And I gave him some rules, and it didn't seem like he took them too clearly, or
What were those rules?
Presume. Huh?
What were those rules?
One was I wanted him to get in the church, maybe help him out. I wanted him to help out the community.
How old was he?
24.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You want him to help out the community?
Wanted him to help out the community, and I also gave him a few things to do around the house.
No, you didn't.
And I didn't want no drama.
No, you didn't.
He failed on all of these things?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
These things were required for him to live.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of them were required.
What was required?
Required to pay the rent.
Okay.
I did that.
And to
Sir, be quiet.
make sure that he did the things I wanted him to do with the church, because I didn't want him to get back in trouble. And I did it for his aunt, but he's a step nephew, so.
Did you want to speak on your troubles that brought you to California?
That is all behind me now, okay? I'm not doing any of that stuff anymore, and that's why I came here. Mm-hmm. That's why I came to California. I'm on the straight and narrow.
Okay. Did he give you these rules, or?
Yes, he did. He did. He did give me these rules, but he didn't tell me what to do. I just want to make that clear, because like when I did move in, like yes, he said like, hey, make sure to like keep it clean, go to church and like help out the community, and that's what I did. But helping around the house, he didn't need to tell me to do that.
Let me say this,
yes.
Because this requirement seems a little intrusive for a 24-year-old. That sounds like something you tell and require from a minor. You can't require someone, he might not even believe in God. You can't make him subscribe to your beliefs. Do you think God would want you to do that?
No, but the suggestion.
You can try and encourage him. God wants you to witness to him and evangelize, he wants you to try and encourage him. That's all. I'll make that observation. Okay. Secondly, you can't make somebody put in their heart what they don't have. Serving the community comes from a person's heart. It's something in them that says, I want to do this, but if it's not in your heart to do, then you can't make a person do that. You can't make him do that. And so I'm just making those observations. It was good.
Absolutely, Judge.
I think you should have
absolutely agree.
encouraged it and say, I'd like for you to. That's important in this household. But you make your own choices. But I want to encourage you because this is what we do in this household.
That's
I don't
right.
want to be a curtain fit. Nonetheless, you made that requirement and you say you did it.
Yes. Your
So
Honor.
that's good. You do it from your heart or you just did it to keep from getting kicked out.
Well, a little bit of both.
You had a lot of redeeming to do anyway. You had a lot of serving to do.
Yes.
That's another part why I serve the community so much. You go to Detroit, we got the Mathis Community Center. I'm there every 6 weeks doing something for somebody in the community.
Yes.
And so my point is, it makes me feel good. That's all I want to tell you about the reward of community. You obviously know.
Yes, I do.
Because you required it.
I've worked hard.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
You're absolutely right, Your Honor. But I'm still in
don't
between.
raise your voice when I say something to talk over me. Who you think you're talking to?
And later,
What do you feel proud about having achieved?
Know that my life is not over. There's still things out there that I can do. That's why I joined the Wheelchair Basketball League.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Bradley Rhodes, who is suing his uncle, Cedric Lockheed, for reimbursement of funds.
So the lawsuit comes as a result of what?
I did pay my rent as per usual, as per our agreement, and I got kicked out.
Why did he tell you he was kicking you out?
It was based off a whole bunch of assumptions. He was making a whole bunch of assumptions and assuming and accusing me of trying to push something. Like
What?
I'm trying to push something. Like I'm not.
Push?
Yes, you're
Push something like what?
like drugs.
No,
like,
you're not. He's not pushing drugs. Nobody, they haven't used that term in 1970. That's the squarest stuff I ever heard. Somebody, he wanted me, he thought I was pushing drugs. No, sir, he was not. I promise you. What were you doing?
I was helping out the community, Your Honor. So when I was paying rent, as doing my due diligence, it was during the same time, like many months later, I did get laid off. And this was during the same time that my auntie fell ill. I went out of my way because the local pharmacy closed down. So I drove about an hour all the way to Bakersfield. And I didn't know the symptoms or how to treat the flu. So I went to the pharmacy in Bakersfield. I bought a whole bunch of flu stuff, like drugs in bulk. And I just tried to like help her back to health because he wasn't doing nothing about it. He wasn't doing nothing because yes, a week passed and it was getting longer and I just noticed that she was getting worse.
I've been taking care of my wife.
No,
Just let
you
me talk.
weren't.
Don't
You
get
weren't
upset.
doing nothing about
Don't
it.
get upset, sir. Go ahead.
All right.
He wasn't doing nothing about it. And the last thing I need, or what we need, is her to end up in the hospital.
You ain't no minor. You're 24 years old. And while you're criticizing the way his household runs, why didn't you have your own? You talking about you had to work and do all this, and you such a good hustler. Why you can't transfer the street hustler? Be quiet. Why can't you transfer the street hustler over to some legitimate hustler to get you some money, hustler? That's why I say, sir, whatever he told y'all he was doing, getting in trouble, he wasn't doing none of that.
Right,
He has no hustle in him. I'm listening to him.
Yeah.
He thought I was a pusher. All right. Even these folks in here laugh when they ain't never heard that term in 1,000 years. They know that's a square term. And so, sir, you can trick them, but you're not tricking me. You should have had your own place. That's what you should have done. You wouldn't have had to do any of this. You're absolutely right, Your Honor. But I'm still in between. Don't raise your voice when I say something to talk over me. Who you think you talking to? Tough guy?
Your Honor, I was just trying to help my aunt. That's it.
You gonna tell this man he ain't taking care of his sick wife? You got a lot of nerve. What do he owe you for?
He owes me $2,400 because I paid my rent in advance. I wanted to secure my living. That was the priority. So that's what I did. And
I let him stay
No,
with me.
if you want to secure your living, your priority should have been to get your own place.
I let him
That's
stay
secure
3 months free.
That's secure yourself with his house.
No.
Go ahead, you got it all twisted. Go ahead, sir. He evicted you, is that what we're getting to?
yes.
All right, how much notice?
When I was just driving a friend back to LA, just someone I know, I came back and all my stuff was outside.
Sir?
Well, there's some things I saw that led up to this.
Saw before he left
Yes.
to go and do whatever he just
Whatever
said
he did with
before
the young lady. I don't
before
even
you
remember
put-
telling them to bring nobody in my house, but it's okay.
You didn't, that wasn't a rule?
Well, I have some pictures here, some things that I saw with
Let
the
me see
young
in the
lady.
mirror. I mean, what is it? Him and a woman?
No.
Him and a man?
No, this was the reason why that was my final straw when he left. And
We
I happened to smell it through the vents.
okay, smoking weed
And I
in your
went in
house.
his
Not
room,
mine.
and that was that evidence. And then
That's not mine.
some things, I don't know
mention
who
it
else
to
it
him?
is. And these things I saw, I don't know if he knew, off my Ring camera late at night. And the very thing I asked him to do, not bring weird people, drama around my house. If you look at that picture, you see the cars, you see the bags, that's him.
What
Huh?
do you think he's doing here, though? That's, I'm
look
not
like-
sure.
Look like something kind of funny. I don't need nothing in my house.
What were you doing?
No,
sir?
you didn't tell me nothing because
Sir,
I
what were you doing?
I was just going to Bakersfield, buying a whole bunch of pharmaceutical stuff in bulk.
He was helping out the community.
Yeah, so that was my way. You're absolutely right. That I was doing my due diligence. I was helping my community a little more than whatever the hell he's doing.
You called the people from the church and you were calling people to see if they needed medicine?
If they needed medicine, or
Okay.
if anyone else in the neighborhood.
All right. Get out of my courtroom. Claim is dismissed. Have a good day. Who do you
Thank
think you talking to? Your
Thank
con
you,
done
Whitney.
ran out. Have a good day.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
I helped him out.
No, you didn't.
He probably was trying to be
Just
good, but
just give me my money
some
back. I
old
wasn't
thing-
doing anything wrong.
You didn't pay me for 3 months.
Coming up,
I'm completely disabled. So for me,
Sir, is there someone who accepts the documents?
yeah,
Who is that?
there's someone from the board.
Not you.
Not me.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Lakeith Stewart is suing Keon Smith in the amount of $2,000. Mr. Stewart claims the defendant misrepresented his disability in order to participate in wheelchair basketball and says Mr. Smith should have to pay for the fraud.
State your name,
Hi, my name is Lakeith Stewart.
sir.
Keon Smith.
All right, Mrs. Stewart, you're suing Mr. Smith for $2,000 for fraud, alleging deceptive conduct in a basketball game.
Yes, sir, I have a dispute because I felt like it was fraud and our tournament was treated unjustly by this man over here.
Okay, where do you all know each other? Just from the
From the league. From the
the
league.
league? What
Yeah.
type of league is it?
It's a like a wheelchair basketball league, organization that I guess he's part of or something like that. And that's why he's suing me, because we won.
Because y'all won.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, no, not because y'all won, because y'all cheated to win. That's why.
Okay. Well,
You want to say what happened? You want to share your testimony about how you became wheelchair bound?
I used to work for hospice, senior living, and my injury came about 2 years ago, where I was putting up a hospital bed, and the legs at the bottom of it gave out on me, so the bed fell back on me and kind of crushed me. Didn't really think too much about it, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking young, I can kick back in a day or two. But when I went to the doctor, I found that I had nerve damage.
How long ago was that?
About 2 years ago.
And so how has your life changed, or what have you, what do you feel proud about having achieved?
Being able to know that my life is not over. There's still things out there that I can do. That's why I joined the wheelchair basketball league, because once upon a time I did play basketball and I was very good at it. I played at college level.
Coming up,
The points were 70 to 60, and he scored majority of the points. He has full hip movement. He's looking around the court like an owl.
And you all only lost by 10 points. You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Lockheed Stewart, who is suing Keon Smith for fraud.
You gave us a good journey, and thank you, sir. You want to share anything?
I joined the league 2 years ago. This is the Rolling Sports League, and we represent a private community of people who have been disabled, but they want to play sports. So more active people and having games and such like that, it just builds a community for us. And
What's the difference between Special Olympics and what you all do?
so what we do is more of a private organization started separately, and it's more of an outside thing. It's
But it's pretty much the same activities, though?
yeah, same activities, but in this case, basketball.
And so what are you suing the defendant for?
So I'm suing him for fraud because he was playing a game where his documents weren't even necessarily certified.
Why do you think he didn't qualify?
It's a 16-round tournament, and we're getting near the end of the round-robin game. We start playing his team in the finals, and he's zipping across the court. The points were 70-60, and he scored majority of the points. He has full hip movement. He's looking around the court like an owl.
And you all only lost by 10 points.
Right, but he was apparently presented with documents, and you said you were a 1 or a 2 because your injury varies depending on your physical therapy.
Yes, correct.
So that being the case, it's like when I was in the league, I'm completely like disabled. So
Sir,
for me,
Sir, is there someone who accepts the documents?
yeah,
Who is that?
there's someone from the board who greets you and then gives you the
Not
list.
you.
Not me.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. How did you get involved then when the requirement for documents he was to give to someone else, and then if he didn't, that's who has the, what we call in the law, the standing.
Oh, the
right to
standing.
complain. You have
Right.
no right to complain because you have no authority to accept his documents and evaluate his documents and determine whether he's defrauding the league.
Well, seeing him on the court, the way he was moving, is not someone who is even in that
But
range.
that's not the issue. The issue is whether he submitted the proper documents. Did you go to the people who did have the authority?
I did.
And what did they say?
And they said that his varies due to his physical adaptations.
I didn't hear you.
His number varies, his documents.
But they admitted him.
Yes, but the piece of the argument is his varies due to his.
Did you make that argument to the
PT.
committee?
That's my argument.
And they said no, didn't they?
And they said no.
All
but
right, that's
there's-
what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I have to go with the authorities over the league. And they said no, and so am I. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
I think that $2,000 wouldn't even go to me. It would go to the other players that you unjustly robbed during that tournament.
I just think you're bitter because you lost the game.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.